welcome to my video. Today we are going to be reviewing all the books that I currently own. This counts the books I literally just got today and stuff like that. So definitely haven't read or finished all of these, not majority. So this is in no particular order. I don't know if you can see my mic. I have a ton. So let's get started. We're starting off with one of my more recent books, the Wind Up Bird Chronicle by Haruki Murakami. And this book is awesome. I got it like right before my vacation, so it got a little beat up, but whatever. Great book so far. I'm almost done with it. I mean like I'm 200 something pages in, so halfway done, more like it. Very good book. I give it, so far it's 4 out of 5 stars, because there's some things I don't like, but it's pretty good so far. Next, this is one of my newer books, The Story of a New Name, which My Brilliant Friend will come up later. This one I actually haven't finished. I'm about halfway through too. I got this quite a while ago, so not finishing it is just me being lazy on reading. It kind of lost me, but so far, I want to say like 5 out of 5 stars just because I love Elena Ferrante so much, and I want to read the whole series. Next is a book I got for my birthday, White Noise by Don DeLillo. I've only read a few pages on this, actually, honestly. I was just so happy to get it because I've been meaning to read like the digital version, and this version is just so much cuter. And it's like art and stuff. Very cool. Highly recommend getting this. If you're interested in the book. I don't know so much about the story. So far, it's like a 1 star until I actually read it. So, next is a book I literally just got today called A Dance to the Music of Time, third movement, and those will have its twin, second movement. I didn't get the first one, but these look interesting. They're at a book fair. Just got these today, so far, no opinion. Can't wait to read them. I think they're about like London, but next is Spoon River Anthology by Edgar Lee Masters. Just got this today. Here you can see the title. Haven't read it yet. Again, 0 stars until I read it. It looks super interesting though, so we'll see. Next is The Kennedy Men, which JFK and stuff. I'm obsessed with Kennedys. They're so interesting to read about. There's this other book about Rose Kennedy. I want to say her last name was, I don't know if it was like her before Kennedy or after, but I didn't get it, but that one looked really good. This one's about the men though, so that's boring. Not as great as the women. Haven't read that one yet, so also 0 stars so far. This is The Final Days, Richard Nixon, my other president I'm interested in. Whoops. We get a lot more of them later on. Again, just got this today, so no opinion yet. We'll see. Next is The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This is super beat up. I got this like over a year ago. Very dog-eared, and we got one singular bookmark because I'm so bad at annotations. I need to go through this and actually just write in the thing, but I'm scared. I love it. I love Penguin Classic things, and I only have a few of them, and they're so expensive, so I'm just scared to ruin it, but I should. This is a good book. 5 out of 5 stars. Best Russian novel I read. Better than Crime and Punishment, so yeah. Next is Nixon and Kissinger, and this book I'm scared of finishing. You could say I've read like maybe 50 pages into this, which is embarrassing because I've had this for like since last year, and yeah, very sad. I read a lot of it on vacation too, so yeah, so far 3 stars or sorts. I don't know, I have no real opinion. The writing isn't horrible. It's nonfiction, so there's not a lot you can get wrong with nonfiction other than presenting stuff in an annoying way or presenting false stuff. So next is Paris 1919. I got this like 4 or 5 years ago, like a long time ago. One of the first nonfiction books I've read. Like, I read it when I was like 12 or so. Also, it was longer than that. It's like longer than 4 years ago. I read it when I was 12. But very beat up, as you can see, but I love this book, one of the best nonfiction books. I haven't reread it in a long time, like 2 years. So I probably should do that again and see if it still holds up as one of the best books I've read in a while. So that's 5 out of 5 stars. This one is my dad's book. I only read honestly I read the whole thing, but I read it when I was like really young, so I didn't understand like anything at all. I need to go through and reread this. I just have been interested in it. Next is The World is Flat by Thomas L. Friedman. I actually got pretty far into this book. Pretty far, like 1/4. But I got this, yeah, I think it was like either earlier this year or last year. I'm not really enjoying it, so 3 stars. I'm just not a huge fan of geopolitics or whatever. Like, it's not super interesting to me, and also I don't really like how this author writes. And it's a little outdated, but I don't know. So, 3 stars. Next is The Giver. This was a gift from my grandfather and grandmother, but I read this book a long time ago when I was little. I read it again, still hate it. I don't know why. I just don't like The Giver, or the whole series just annoys me. I don't like how disjointed it is. I don't get the message and stuff, which maybe that's a me issue. I just don't like the writing overall. I don't really like Lois Lowry's writing, and I've read a lot of her work. So, yeah, give this a 2 stars. Next is The Uses and Abuses of History, Margaret Macmillan, because I like Margaret Macmillan. This one was really good. It's a nice little short book. Interesting, relevant. I give it 5 stars. I like it. I haven't read it in a while, but yeah. Next is Attila, King of the Huns, which doesn't really have a cover, but here, can you see? Yeah. So it's kind of short. I mean, I can't say it's very memorable because I don't remember like anything standing out. I'm not super interested in Attila, so I can't say like I was really intrigued by this book. It wasn't bad. There were some parts that were really good. 4 stars? I don't know. Next is President Has Been Shot. And I love JFK and stuff. And I bought this brand new. It was like $20. Crazy expensive for what it is. It's one of those classic books. It's like baby's first book about the Kennedy assassination. It's very simple, very basic. You get the overall view. There's a lot of really nice, like, I really like the images and maps and stuff included. So for that, I think it's really good. For information, it's like very base level, you know, but it's pretty good. I really like these, like, full spreads and stuff. Very nice. I don't think I've actually finished, like, reading all the text in this. Kind of just went through it. But 4 stars for the pictures. Next is Get to the Point. Very short little read. Good message, good for application. I haven't read it in forever, and I never, like, applied this. I got this book when I was, like, seriously trying to write something, and probably should still, like, go reread it and actually try to use the thing. So, 4 or 5 stars? 4? Just stick with 4. My Brilliant Friend, 5 stars. Best fiction novel I've read in a long time. Like a few years. So yeah, that's pretty good. Next is American Genesis, and this is about like technology and stuff. This is so cool. I actually have not read this book. I picked this up at like a old thrift store, antique store stuff. I got it like half off, so it's originally $10, which is a pretty good deal for it being like brand new. It's like in brand new quality condition, and the pages are thick and nice. I like it. It has pictures, and I love pictures. So 5 stars just because I think it's cool. I need to actually read it though. Next is Blue Highways. This was a really good book actually. Like, it's the better version like of Travels with Charlie in Search of America. Like, if you want a good like traveling America thing, this one is better. Like, I mean, this one's longer. There's more, but this one is really good. Really interesting memoir, and one of the few I really liked. And it's just, I like the author, I like how he writes, goes to a lot of interesting places. Yeah, this one's 5 stars, actually. I really enjoyed it. Travels with Charlie in Search of America. This wasn't bad. I actually had to do, like, a long book report thing on this. And there's some bookmark things in here, because there's some good lines and stuff. It's John Steinbeck, of course. It's got to be, like, some good stuff in there. I wouldn't say I particularly enjoyed this thing. Like, 4 stars, because it wasn't bad. It just was short. Some parts were like, it's a memoir. Like, can't really go wrong with a memoir. Next is Fire in the Lake, the Vietnamese and the Americans of Vietnam. When I got this, the like cover was crumbling off, because let me check the publication date. No, this one was like really old. Yeah, this one is 1967, so pretty old. I actually have not finished this book because I kind of gave up because it's a little outdated and like not super interesting to me. I'll give it 4 stars because, I mean, it's not bad. It's just one of those books I never finished. Art and Physics. This one is an awesome book. 5 stars. I love it. I got this quite a while ago. Only read it once. Probably should reread it. But it was a really good book. 5 stars. Really awesome. And I forgot to read out, like, authors' names. Leonard Shlain. I don't know. Anyways, good book. Great book. Love it. Whoops. My book pile is very precautious. Grey's Anatomy. Just an anatomy book. I obviously have not read it. I mean, like, I went through it and stuff, but good reference book. I mean, 5 stars, because, so, oops. So, 3 stars, because it's boring, outdated, 1960s mentality, you know? Actually, I think it's from the 70s. The Wager. I even crocheted a whole bookmark for this. I got this brand new, too, at a book fair, so it was free. Thing is, this one is boring. I don't like how, not boring, but I don't like how everything is framed as, like mutiny and murder. Like, you know, like, exploitative or whatever. I don't know. Don't like it. So 3 stars. I mean, it's, like, well written. There's pictures and stuff, but I just don't like how it's framed. Next is Talbert's Encyclopedic Medical Dictionary. This one's actually my dad's. I just have it and use it as a reference. It's so nice. Like, it has these little things on the side. I love it when books do that. Like, I wish more, like, fiction books and stuff had that. It's just so nice. But, yeah. Okay, we're almost done, actually. The Sea Around Us, Rachel Carson. I got this a long time ago when I didn't know Rachel Carson was, like, a scientist. Or I knew she was a scientist, but I didn't know this was, like, a really, like, nonfiction science book. And I read this and I didn't understand it. So I have to reread this now that I'm older. And I really do want to read it. It's a very nice book. I mean, like, I like how it looks. It looks interesting. I'm just not super into sea life and stuff, so. Next is Chariot of the Gods. This is like a realism book about like the ancient astronauts and stuff. I love a good conspiracy book. I wish I owned more conspiracy books because those are fun. But this is like actually one of the only real conspiracy books I own. So, not bad. 3 stars because it's goofy. I just think it's funny. Muchas Cadáveres. I feel like I'm missing a whole pile of books. Yes, I am. Sorry. This one's in Spanish. I love the cover. Love the design. It's so awesome. Truth is, I haven't read it because my Spanish is really bad and I struggle with classic Spanish. But I'm working on reading this. So, 4 stars? English Victorian poetry. I haven't even read most of it. I just kind of flipped through. Picked these up for like $1. And, you know, it's poetry. I'm not a huge poetry person. But this next one is really cool. It's 18th century poetry and prose. And it's this super old book. Like, I don't know if this, like, speckled stuff on the side is mold or something. It smells fine, but I don't know. Anyways, it's so cool, and, like, the pages are so thin, like, I'm afraid I'm gonna break it sometimes. This is from 1939. It is, I think, the oldest book I own. I think I have another one that's, like, 1935. It's, like, a war novel, kind of dumb. And I don't know, I don't have that one, like, out here, but it's garbage. Anyways, that one is 0 stars. This one I have, like, again, I just pick and choose what I want to read, so 5 stars? Personality and Problems of Adjustment. Another one of those, like, old books that I got as like a reference for writing and stuff. And yikes, there's a bug. But yeah. So it's more like I use it as a reference book. This one's from 1940, so very outdated, but very interesting. Can't say I've actually finished it, but I don't know if you can see, like, I have quite a bit of bookmarks in the beginning. So yeah, one of those reference books. 4 stars, I guess. It's a little outdated. Odyssey. I picked this up at a book fair again, so free. I like this because someone else annotated some of it, like in the beginning, and I think it's funny. Well, they didn't really write much. They weren't just like underlined and parenthesized stuff. The truth is, I can't finish this. I hate it. I struggle to get through Old Greek stuff, and they get on my nerves. So I would say, like, I read through it, like, the whole thing, and then I realized, like, I didn't comprehend all of it. I don't know why. I just can't read Old Greek plays and things. Okay, last one I have here before I have to go get my other pile of books. 1939, The Lost World of the Fair. Haven't really finished this book just because it annoyed me. I don't like how the author writes. It's like just an introduction. The author annoyed me, how they talk about the fair and the people went to the fair and stuff. It's like really nostalgizing, like a not so great time. Like, not even just a not so great time. It's just like your review is a little warped because you weren't there. You weren't alive. But I forgot to give ratings for these. So 2 stars? 3 stars? I don't know. So let me put this up right here. Whoa. Yep, more books. I genuinely have so many books. Like, I just built myself a little cocoon of books right now. Can't see it, but... Okay, starting off strong. Les Miserables. I think this is more of like a condensed version, because tiny. It's okay. I don't really care for it. I don't care for Victor Hugo. 5 stars? 4 stars? 4 stars makes more sense, because I didn't enjoy it. A Proceso, Franz Kafka. This is Spanish. Once again, like... Yeah. So, I didn't really read this, because I'm not a huge Kafka fan. I read The Castle, The Trial. I think I started The Metamorphosis. And the Starving Artist. Or is it called The Starving Artist? The Hungry Artist? Something like that. Yeah, it's a... Can't say much about this one. Not a huge Kafka fan, but I love this little version. And it was my dad's, so, yeah. The Westing Game. This one technically... I don't know why this is on my shelf. This is technically my sister's, not mine. It's an okay book. I mean, it wasn't crazy, but 4 stars? Emma, it lost its cover, but it's Emma. I forced myself to read this like 3 times when I was younger, and I hated every moment of it. I don't really like Jane Austen, to be honest. The Bronte sisters, and I know that's a different era, so you can't really compare them, but like their work's better. Jane Eyre was so much nicer. Yeah. Oh, that one I give like 4 stars. You will find your death in these pages, or Maldición eterna quien de estas peginas. Sorry, my Spanish is horrible. I love the cover of this. I haven't read it yet. Again, it's my dad's, so yeah. I think I started. I have it on my Goodreads as like I'm meant to read. This is the Communist Manifesto illustrated, so comic version. Very funny. 5 stars? I don't know. Can't call myself a communist, that's for sure. Quinta Claro. This was my grandmother's. Actually, I read majority of it, and it's very interesting. 5 stars, just because interesting. I have struggled through this, because again, like I just said, like I struggle with classic Spanish, and I know it's like not that much different, but for some reason to me, it's just so hard. So, 5 stars. This is Confessions of My Life, or Confieso que he vivido by Paul Neruda. This is my dad's. Actually haven't really finished or completed reading list, so I need to do that. 5 stars so far. Gulliver's Travels. Got this at a book fair because it's a nice little addition, and I don't mind Gulliver's Travels. It's funny sometimes. Not bad. Also, this one has a modest proposal in it, which for some reason I really wanted to read a long time ago. 3 stars, because I don't really enjoy it. All Quiet on the Western Front. You can't really see. I don't know why all of a sudden this thing is like super exposed. Yeah. Again, picked this up at a book fair. Not my favorite. I wouldn't call it the greatest war novel of all time, like it says on the cover. Not all that's cracked up to be. 4 stars? Tragedy in 3 Acts, Agatha Christie. I don't like Agatha Christie. I actually haven't read this. Again, this is my dad's. I like the cover. It's cute, and I like it. I like these books that are kind of like hand-sized, but not too tiny. Anyways, 2 stars, because I don't like Agatha Christie. I don't know about the book. You can read anyone. This is given to me. I don't care for it. I think it's a bunch of hocus pocus nonsense. And, 0 stars. Paulo Coelho. By the river Piedra, I sat down and wept. Another one of my dad's books. I have not read it. I'm not a huge Balco fan. I didn't like, I don't know, they just don't sound interesting when I read the summaries. The Amor y di Sombra by Isabel Allendale. One of my dad's books. Haven't read it yet. No opinion. The Revolution of Intelligence. My dad's book. I found this very funny. 3 stars. I'm afraid these books are gonna like fall behind my bed because then that would be horrible to get out. Centro de la Filosofía Contemporánea. Contemporary philosophy and stuff. I started reading this, but it's kind of like, again, a little hard to read. Struggling through it. So far, 4 stars. I'm not a huge philosophy person. Like, I don't know much about it. Sobre Eros y Tumbas by Ernesto Sabato. Also, I'm butchering all this Spanish. I'm sorry. I'm trying, but not very good. Haven't started this one. No opinion. Looks super interesting, though. Leyendas Secretas de America Latina. I haven't read this. I know my dad liked it. As you can see, like, this cover is falling off. It's very old. Actually, I should check what date this is from. Oh, well, part of it's fallen out, so that's fun. I love it when books do that. Oh. See, you can tell I've never opened this book because I didn't know there was a newspaper page stapled to the back. Interesting. I should check that out later. Oops. No opinion. Looks interesting, though. German Cara Damas. The Nation of Venezuela. Dad's book. Haven't read it. No opinion. Killing Mockingbird. Picked this up from the library because they're going to throw it away, and it seems like a perfectly good book. I really need to read it. I just haven't really got around to it. Sorry. No opinion. Veronica Wants to Die. Paulo Coelho. Veronica Decide Morir. Haven't read it. No opinion. Whoops. Historia Fundamental de Venezuela. Fundamental History of Venezuela. I attempted to read this a few years back with my dad, and yeah, never got through it. I need to read this, though. It's My Nation. And The Color of the Crystal. Mechanisms of manipulation of reality. I have no idea. No opinion. A bunch of my dad's stuff I just kind of put on my shelf and meant to read. Never got around to. And I think that's about, like, all of my books. Yeah, so thank you for watching.